It's going live. We are live. We are live. Vinyl Conversations. Hello, everyone, on this fine Sunday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Okay, I was just waiting for an answer, but I guess because we can't root. All right, never mind. You are tuned into another session. Another session of Vinyl Conversation. We are your hosts. I'm Latifa. That's Tamarisha over there. Peace sign today. Peace sign today. It's all good. Of course, you already know what it is, but if you don't know what it is, Vinyl Conversations is the home of where we talk about certain lyrics to a certain song. Like we dwell into the back history. We get into all that good stuff in this group. So in here, you don't be afraid to speak your mind because we don't. So don't be afraid to do that. But we're going to go ahead and get this disclaimer stuff out the way. We do not own the rights to any of this music. It's for entertainment, educational purposes only. Facebook, quit muting our stuff. You making us sound funny in the beginning. Because they keep doing that. And when we play the song, like under a minute, I get an email saying that they mute the song. So it sounds funny.
Petty gang. They just petty. Anyway, we do not own the rights to this music. It is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Now let's get to it.
Let's get to it. So without further ado, please welcome. We have the soulful singer, songwriter, and Maryland native, Grenique, joining us into the stream today. Yay!
Hey. How y'all doing out there? What's up?
We are doing good. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. So I just for the record, can you just pronounce your name just to make sure everyone has it correctly, like we're hearing it right?
Yes, my name is Grenique Harper, but I go by Grenique.
There you go. You got it. There we go.
Name is Grenique.
All right. So. All right, so without further ado, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just play under a minute of the song, just where Facebook doesn't cut us off, and then we'll get into the actual lyrics. So we're just gonna play a little, and here we go.
And he's fussing, complaining without trying, acting like you don't believe, and always telling you that you believe. But no, you step, his sorry head will be crying. Should I stay? Broken promises, love kissing away. Something says stay, something says go.
Oh boy,
I don't even think I love him anymore.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's like a theme song.
This is one of those songs where I'll be like, yeah, so we only get a minute. Can we just one more time? Just to hook a little bit, everybody, that was Should I by Miss Grenique.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know it, you should be looking it up. We're gonna put the link in the chat for you guys to go
right now
and look at that. I actually before the show, I don't normally do a whole lot of looking at videos, but I did look at the video and I was like, wow, that's dope. She had herself talking to herself.
We do that a lot, you know what I'm saying? And people tend to not mention that they do it because they don't want to seem crazy, you know what I'm saying? But we talk to ourselves a lot, like, oh my gosh, should I call them? You know, when we done exerted like talking to our friends, you know, because you don't want them to judge you or tell your business to their friends, and then, you know, like, oh, she talking about him again, you know. So I showed, you know, the interaction itself, you know what I'm saying?
It does be like that. And I was like, man, I'm so dope. You just came out like, yeah, I'm talking to you. Like,
yeah, yes.
I don't even think I love him anymore. I was like, ooh, I felt that.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So I'm gonna go into the first verse of the song. I'm not gonna try to do the little you know, the little hook. I'm just gonna sing. I'm just gonna say the words. So the first one.
Go ahead and sing it. I want to hear the singing.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No. No. You might get a little bit out of me as the show. You know, I might feeling a little better, but right now my karaoke skills is not on par with you.
Okay.
So it says, tell me what you gonna do when your man is just as broke as you, and he's fussing, complaining without trying, acting like he don't believe, and always telling you that you can leave. But know if you step, his sorry ass will be crying. Should I go? Should I go? Should I stay? Broken promises and love gets in the way. Something says stay, something says go, but I don't even think I love him anymore. Then you get into the C right here.
You can just listen, I'll sing it. You move
just a little bit. So the whole part when he's always fussing, complaining without trying, it just kind of feels like that's how some relationships go. Like there's a lot of relationships like that.
Yeah, because like the person comes to the relationship showing you what, first of all, they learn you. Okay, they learn you. You know, they ask a lot of questions. Usually, I'm just speaking from my past experiences, so don't judge me. Don't be in my DM tripping.
I heard what she said.
I'm with this. Can I curse?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm with the shits. So don't end up in my DM because I'm with the shits. All right.
She's with the shits. Y'all heard that. Don't get in her DM because she's with the shits.
Don't be in my DM. I'm with the shits. All right.
She ain't sent for you, so don't come for her.
Right. So, okay. It's like you'll get with someone and they'll learn you because they're smart. Usually, like with me, I attract smart people or whatever, like that I choose. You know, so they'll learn me and see what I like, and they show me that. But a person can only hold that image, but for so long because it's not them.
Right, because it's a lie.
Yeah, it's a lie. It's a front. You know, they're trying to impress me. So when that the mask, I'll call it the mask, falls off, because they don't take it off, it falls, because they have no control over it for real. You know, it falls off, and then they're this person, and I'm like, whoa, like, it's an insecure. Pretty much, the song is speaking of an insecure person who don't have their shit together for real. You know,
for real.
They get intimidated by a woman who has their shit together. You know what I'm saying? They're focused, and they're determined, and they're disciplined. So
it's not hard to deal with, and that's a sad thing for women who are, you know, successful and powerful and things like that. You do have to have that radar of like, oh, this motherfucker just think this is what I'm wanting, and he not doing. Like, yo, bro, I'm not with this. Like, you meet this man, he got a job, he doing good, he got his own little pop man and shit. Then he meets you, and he like, oh, well, let me fall back on my rent, and for whatever reason, let me blase move in with her, and or she move in with me, and now I have a little bit more control because now I'm feeling some type of way that she's successful, so I need a way to be able to bring her to on my level, because my level is over here.
Right. And some guys are so I guess I hate to say not some, not all at all, you know, so please don't hop in my DM. But some guys are so insecure. You know, I'm speaking about an insecure and should I? I'm only speaking about the song. That's what we're talking about. We're speaking about an insecure man um who's who chose a woman who's strong, you know, to, I guess, to help, to use her or whatever, to help him get to the next level, but he couldn't hold up his part to give her, to feed her, because it's all about exchange in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not just take, you know, and then a person feel like they can't hold up their bargain or their side, then they get aggressive or mad. You know, in the video, you know, I was supposed to play the video, but you know, I was scared it was gonna freeze, and I would have been like was it verses, and then
not the verses.
I just didn't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be her. But in the video, you know, he's like mad and sitting on the couch, and I'm like, get up, look at me, I'm beautiful, you chose me, you know. So,
man, that insecure is something fierce.
Yeah.
We gonna get into the rest of the lyrics because I feel like we just need to get it over with so we can male bash. Kidding, totally kidding.
Let me tell you, I have great men in my family, though, you know. But I ran across some some frogs. I'm joking. Face with the frogs, you know. But I ran across kings as well. I have one. I have a beautiful king in my life right now, and my dad and my brother-in-law, and you know, I just have beautiful men. But I also, like I said, I ran across some frogs.
I mean, we all have it. I'm not saying we male bashing all males. We male bashing the ones who know who y'all are. How about that? You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Look how she playing. You know who you are. You, bro. In the mirror, that's you. We talking to you, bro.
So you know who you are. Yes.
So this song was actually, this was actually like from a number of experiences that you had that you wrote. You wrote it, right? Completely? Or?
Yes. Okay. So let me tell you about this. I recorded it with a producer named Earl Isaac. He had it written, most of it written. Right. So I'm really funny about singing other people's songs because I'm a writer. But it hit home because I had went through a situation, a previous situation, and you know, I heard the song and I was like, okay, you know, I'll sing that song. But then I said I have to hop on it because the bridge was open. I wrote the bridge like, I feel I spent a lot of time trying to deal with you. You know, I related to it and it just flowed. I wrote it in a matter of like 30 seconds type thing.
Wow.
Yeah. When it comes, you know?
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Yes. So when I heard it, it's just like I could relate. I don't sing songs that I can't relate to, you know. And I write on it too. I need to write because I'm a writer. It's hard for me to just sing somebody else's songs. I can tap into like their emotions, but you know,
it has to be your own emotions. And I believe that with the craft that you all do when it comes to music and singing, like if you don't want to sing it, it's gonna show in the song, like that you weren't it wasn't you that was singing it. You were just doing what you were told or whatever the case may be. So that does show when you don't have your heart and soul in it.
Yes.
When it's not you. That does show. All right, so we're gonna do 2 and 3, and then we're gonna talk about it. So it says it's enough to make a woman mad. No way she's giving all she can, and her man's at home just laying around. See, claiming that he's just so deprived.
You pick up the classified.
I'm saying
classified come to the house for free, yo. It's just right there. It's in the papers in your driveway. You run over it. You just cut the newspaper. They just throw it in your driveway, and it's just the accumulation. It's right there.
Hey, whoever wrote this murdered this man. It says won't even pick up the classified. Talking about the so-called man is holding him down.
It's tired.
Not the man, not the white man.
It's holding him down. You know?
Hey, I know that everybody in this group knows somebody that claims that the man is keeping them down.
Yeah, ain't working, you know, because it's working for somebody. If you don't get your ass out there and get online now, it ain't even classified. You just go online, just two buttons, click.
I'm saying, go get your job, work for the man, save your money, and open your own shit.
The I'm not the one. I come from a great foundation of mom and dad that's still together. And my dad is like one of the hardest working men I've ever met. So I refuse to deal with anyone who ain't holding their own or who hasn't tapped into who they are to be able to survive on this earth. You understand? Especially no man, because you're the head of the household. I'm like,
you know what I mean? Like, we supposed to be the ones. Well, first of all, I'm not that type, but I get it too. You know what I mean? A man taking care of a woman, and a woman ain't gonna be around like, oh, the man is keeping me down. Like, what man? The man on your couch? Like, I don't understand. But I feel like this goes to one of those relationships where the dude drops the girl off in her car at work, and then he sits home and smokes weed, plays video games,
another girl
and go pick up other bitches. You know what I mean? He pick up other bitches while you at work because he know you can't get home and shit. No, nigga.
Nah.
We not doing none of that. We not doing none of that.
Like this song right here, it took a lot for me to tap into it because I choose a certain type of person, But as the younger Grenique, I had them, the ones who put up the front, to impress me because they think that's what I want to see or whatever. I just want to see the true you so I can know if I want to talk to you or not. And I guess that's why they like, okay, well, let me front for her because they know that if I see you for real who you are, I ain't gonna mess with you like that. I'm sorry. Like I'm not, but I know what I want and I got my stuff together as far as what I deserve.
For sure. And don't get me wrong, everybody as the audience. I'm not saying that people don't go through hard times. I'm not saying you can't have a man and something happens to where, you gotta hold shit down. That's different. What I'm talking about in this song, it sounds like this nigga ain't even trying. He just don't give a shit. Like he just like, you hold it down and I'ma hold this couch and remote and and I'm gonna be mad and cussing and fussing. On top of that, I'm getting on your last goddamn nerve.
Right, he want to sit back and play daggone 2K, sit back and wait for it to come out, and
and then you switching so you can buy the game though. Like what I mean? You gonna come home, he done be done cooked and shit, and he gonna be like, no man, that 2K come out. He gonna sweet talk you for that game.
What? What? I get super annoyed too. I mean, I'm like such a sweetheart. I'm a Scorpio, by the way. You probably know I'm a Scorpio. So I'm really sweet, but I got that side too. I would get annoyed with your ass quick. Like, especially if I see you doing the same thing and it ain't productive and we not going nowhere, and it's like, okay.
That's like the both of y'all, it sounds like some Scorpio shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
y'all get mad, y'all start sweating it. Like,
see, that video depict the Scorpio, because we start talking to ourselves first, like, this nigga got me fucked up,
all the way fucked like, and you thinking like, I don't even love this nigga, and he like, nigga, I'm 2 steps from dropping your ass, and you still ain't got it cool, like, tragic. Right. He talking about you gonna get just like you said in the first thing, this nigga talking about you can leave. As soon as you leave, nigga gonna be on the phone, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't come back.
Well, yeah. How tall are you again? How long do I need to get the coffee? You know what I'm saying? Because after a while, you just like, all right. Because I've been around. I've dated people who use that whole I'm gonna kill myself thing. And you get caught up in it for a second. You're like, okay, I don't want him to do that, But then after a while, you like, all right, what's your favorite color? Like,
I'm a petty motherfucker because that shit don't work.
I was terrible with this thing online, y'all don't think I'm just cold, but I mean,
that shit do not work. You tell me you're gonna kill yourself, and I'll be like, oh, all right, well, I'll talk to you later. I'm either gonna talk to you or I'm not.
Call me later.
Like, I'm gonna talk to you later. Like, one or two things is gonna happen. I'm gonna get a phone call from somebody saying, man, he did. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. He said he was gonna do it, but I didn't think that was gonna be true. Or I'm gonna get what you doing right now? It's gonna be one or two of those.
Right. After a while, it gets old. I've been that Captain Save a Hoe. I'm a lover. And my music is about love. But You know, I'm not in the game of being used.
Right.
Right.
No, I can't be used.
So in a sense, is this kind of like, and this, I mean, this could go like both ways. You know, it could be on, with men and women on both ends, kind of like an abusive type relationship per se,
Yeah.
because they're still, like they're stuck in it and they keep going through the cycle.
And somebody has to break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? It's like it will keep on going until somebody break it. You know, either he's like, okay, he finds somebody else to use because you stop supporting him, you know, or you just like, I know, you know, it's going to end. So I feel like with the woman, if the person who's getting used, it could be the man or the woman or whatever, you just have to realize your worth. You can't allow somebody to just take you taking all your blessings, and I call it ashe. You know, you're taking all your ashe, you know, and you know, and you left like unhappy because you done gave them all your energy. And like I said before, it's about exchange, you know.
And when a relationship, you can't, first of all, you have to love yourself. And a lot of us get lost in that part. You know what I mean? Of loving yourself, of actually saying that you love yourself and actually meaning it. Because if you love yourself, you would know your worth and wouldn't settle for anything else. And that's men or women.
Yes.
But then you get with two people and when both of y'all are toxic, now y'all, you know what I mean? But now you're in a toxic relationship you don't know how to get out of because you don't love yourself enough to be like, yo, this ain't it. You know what I mean? There's probably way more red flags in more relationships than a little bit to let you know, like, this ain't it. Like you said, like, motherfuckers start out being nice and cordial and catering to you, and then all of a sudden this shit started falling apart because, first of all, it's patterns. Like, I recognize everything you do. I'm an analytical person. If you call me every day at 7 o'clock and you call me at 7:30 one time, I'm going to know, like, wait, what the fuck?
Exactly. Like, what the hell is going on?
You know what I mean? And that's just me being on the smallest thing. So these things on a large scale, no, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with you being lazy and thinking that I'm supposed to just sit by and take it just because what? Your dick is good? Please.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell.
Move along. Move along.
Podcast.
Move along.
You know, I'm Scorpio. So, I mean, we going to go into that. And plus, my mama watching. Hey, Mom. You know? Hey, Mom.
My bad, Mom. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what people like with some guys or whatever, and girls, they think that their sex so bomb that, okay, yeah, this gonna hold a person or whatever. But whole sex ain't bomb, especially if you're watching Pornhub or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you watch whatever's out there for you to watch, you know?
I'm gonna tell you what, it's women out there that think that like pussy is everything. Like, let me tell you something, sis. That ain't it. That ain't it. You see what happened with WAP, right? You know what happened with WAP, right? I guess that wasn't enough.
Exactly. Yeah, because it can easily turn from wet to whack.
Really. Wet to whack. It's no matter what you do, somebody out there better, wetter, prettier. I don't give a shit. Whatever it is, than you. You know what I mean?
But that right there, if a person thinks that sex can hold their together, they need to really reevaluate their whole life. You know?
Yes, love yourself first, people. Love yourself first, and love yourself enough to know that you're not worthy of not. If you feel like this is compromising your worth, then it's not it. You can't be responsible for someone else's happiness. Like, you can't make somebody happy. Like, you can only contribute to their happiness. Like, you don't. I can't be like, oh my God, if I don't be with him, I'm not gonna be happy. Shit, watch me.
See, and let me tell you, even with my friends, like, I'll have friends that think like that, and I can only take but so much of that. Like, I would still love them to life and be around them, but if they're like the only reason they're happy or they have some type of satisfaction with their life is because their man is in their life making them happy, I can't be around you too much. You know what I'm saying?
That energy is not okay. It's not okay.
Yeah, that's what you're giving me, and I'm giving you all my positive energy, and you giving me back that whack. Yes. What can we say? Whack ass. Shit.
That's the truest. I'm just gonna walk away like when you can tell.
You know, I will still love you, but I love you from afar. I don't patronize my friends if I see that they're that person. You know,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
Because
tell
it's
you. I'm
toxic.
gonna tell you that person. I'm gonna tell you. No, that ain't it.
I'm not that. I'm not patronizing you. You know, I'm not patronizing anyone. As a matter of fact, I don't patronize. You know, at all.
It's toxic, and that energy comes off on into your space.
Yeah, you end up giving it
It's
to your
draining.
face.
I'm not doing it.
You're exchanging. It's all exchange. You know. I don't
You
have time.
went from friend to associate.
Real quick. Real quick.
Real quick. I can't have no friends like that in my circle because my friends are people that I'm around constantly. Associates, I'm gonna put you over here in this category since
Yeah.
you know, when there's a group function, I'll holler at you. You know what I mean?
You be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna meet me up there or whatever. I got you on the list. I got you on the list. All right, cool. But you ain't gonna come to my house though.
No, you ain't coming to the house. There's no mixer. There's no brunches. There's none of that.
We ain't going to brunch. You ain't coming to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. I think none of that. Sorry.
So how old were you when you wrote this song? When this song actually came out?
23.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was a young buck, you know.
That's a lot of emotion. I mean, not to say, I know you said that, you know what I mean, you did the hook and everything, but still, like for you to be able to sing that with like 23, like we just think we in love, we know everything.
Right, but I wrote my first song at 13 and it was called Life Goes On. And I was writing about stuff I really experienced. I've always been that intuitive type of person to be able to tap into emotions. So
that's good. That's real good.
Yeah.
So this song actually came out on the Black Butterfly album, and it came out in 1999, right?
And I wrote 90% of that album. So
awesome.
I know I am a writer. I just don't be singing everybody's song, you know.
Right.
That one in, you know.
Mad respect for you.
So how was it actually being how did you like being signed to Motown? How was with all those just surrounded by legends?
I mean, it was dope. You know, I before I actually moved to New York, I'm from DC, the Maryland area, DMV. And my friend Q and I, we were like, oh man, you know, she sings as well. So we were singing everywhere, you know, around our friends. And, you know, we went to an Erykah Badu concert in DC. So, you know, she performed. I was like, oh my God, I'm feeling this, you know. So everybody getting her autograph afterwards. And I went to her and I said, you know what? Something came to me because I'm very spiritual. Something came to me and was like, you're going to be signed to her, the label where she signed to, right? So when I got up to her, because I was standing in the line to get to her, I whispered in her ear, I said, I'm going to be signed to your label. I whispered that in her ear. And she, you know, artists, they interacting with everybody. So she was just like, oh, okay, you know, gave me a hug or whatever. But I looked at her and I said, I'll see you in New York, you know. So I left and like a couple weeks later, my friend and I, we were like, okay, we about to move to New York. We moved to New York. So we up and moved, you know, in a month time, had a little going away party. And when I got there, I said, I'm not leaving here. I'm not leaving here until I get a deal. I'm going to be signed by the time I turn 23. I hooked up with a couple producers. They were trying to get me to sign some whack production deal, but they were working with Kadar. I signed Kadar first, and Kadar became the president of Motown. So
Motown, right.
With Erykah Badu. But yeah, so they hooked me up, and then I met Daoud Darian. You know, we recorded one song, and he played it for Tisa Williams, who was head of Zomba. She was like the marketing manager or whatever, but she was dating Kadar at the time. So she played for Kadar, and they brought me in the office on that one song. I literally got signed off of one song before 2 weeks before 23. So, you know.
Wow.
Look, put it out there to the universe and it's gonna come back.
I'm telling you, it's about what you have to believe it and put it out there. You have to visualize it and make it manifest. You have to anything that you put out there is gonna come back. It could be negative or positive. You visualize and you feel it strongly and you put it out there in the universe, it's gonna come back. You don't know when, but if you put enough energy, it'll come sooner than you think.
I agree with
That
that.
part.
So did you see Erica after you got signed?
Yeah, but I never got a chance to like really tell her that, because it was like so everything happened so fast after that.
That's what's up. Like moved to New York, like that's a bold move.
That was a big move, and we moved with this. This producer was like, "Yeah, y'all can stay with me. We can come and hang out." But when things didn't work out his way, he probably watched.
Right.
So I'm not gonna hate on you. I'm not gonna put you out there, but we both know when things didn't happen his way. He was like, "Y'all got a week." I was like,
Wow.
And my friend, she was like, "I'm going back home." I was like, "I am not going back home. I'm not going back home." So I went on straight mode, like hustle mode. It was like I was focused. I looked up an entertainment attorney online. At that time, it was the phone book, the Yellow Pages. So I found
the phone Yellow Pages.
Yeah, the Yellow Pages, telling my age. Yep, the Yellow Pages.
That's now foreign to a lot of people right now. The Yellow Pages.
The Yellow Pages. What?
Look, that part.
We used to use Yellow Pages as high chairs in my family. We didn't have high chairs.
My son heard me say the Yellow Pages. She was like, "What is that?" Yellow.
Listen, that's how you know. When I moved out here to Phoenix, we moved into a house and it had a phone jack. A real phone jack. And my daughter came up to me. She was like, "Mom, what is that for?" I was like, "Well, damn."
Look, no, this is the funny part. I was going through one of my boxes from New York, and I found a pager, right? And my son was like, "This was when he was a little younger." And he was like, "Mom, what's that?" I was like, "Oh my God, I'm old. Like I'm officially
definitely old." There ain't even no plug sockets no more. They them got replaced with the USB ports and shit. Like, yeah, we even got real plugs now. You just plug the phone into the wall. Like, you don't even need a box. Like, kids don't even know what a phone is. Like a phone, like a real phone.
Right. Phone. What is it? Phone booths and all that stuff, man.
Yeah. Why the hell are they asking for a home phone? Yeah, with my cell phone.
I don't even know what application. But that's just stupid. Like, I mean, come on. Like, that don't even exist. Like, even though my parents, my mom had a what is it? A landline. That's what they call it, a landline.
A landline.
Yep.
A landline. I think they might.
Yep. We had ours for years.
Yeah, right.
Now you ask me about it. I'm calling Cox. They be like, "Oh, you want the internet phone and cable phone?"
But you know what? Come in handy with the fax machine.
Yep.
The fax machine.
I mean,
that part.
I ain't famous enough to be faxing, so. Not yet.
So you. So you stayed in New York. So how did you maneuver that? You stayed there?
Yeah, I stayed there. I got a little temper sign. I worked it for like a week, but that week was like so productive. Oh my God! Really, I only worked it for like that job for like 3 days. For real. Like the other 2 days, I called in and act like I was sick, and then I just quit. I was just like, so it ended up being, but I only worked for like 3 days. So, but in that week time, I hooked up with the attorney, and he hooked me up with Daoud. We recorded one song. They got me my deal. So, and then I moved to Brooklyn.
Nice.
Oh my God, I was living in the Bronx first. Oh my God, the Bronx. I'm not even gonna say anything. Shout out to the Bronx,
BK.
Shout out to the Bronx before she said what she's about to say.
But yeah, then I moved to Brooklyn. I had my own place. I had my deal. Everything just moved really fast.
So while we're talking about everything moving really fast and me not being as famous as you yet, I always ask all the artists this one question before they get off the show. And the question is, when did you know that you were famous? Like what happened for you to where you were like, man, I'm there, I made it? Like, was it a fan asking? Was it a city you performed in? Like what one, it can be more than one, because some people have more than one moment, but that something that tells you that you were like, man, like,
nigga, sorry, I didn't mean to say the word. I was in Chicago. I had just got there and we had to rush because our flight was late. It was delayed. And, by the time we got to Chicago, it was like, okay, get dressed. Because usually we have like a little grace period to like really, get cute or whatever. But it was like people helping me get dressed or whatever. So the limousine was outside. We went downstairs, got in, and my song was on the radio. With WBOL. Wow. I think it's WBOL. So I'm like, what? They was like, Grenique, your song on the radio. I'm like, oh, shut up. Oh, and it's 2 times. I'm gonna tell you another experience. You can be like, oh my God. But so we're in the car and I performed. When I performed, the lady was in the front, on the stage or whatever, and she was crying. I was like, she is crying in my head. I'm like still performing, like, I was singing Should I? As a matter of fact, I was singing Should I? And she was boo-boo crying. And I went down and gave her a hug. I had to give her a hug because I needed that energy. I needed to feel that energy. Like, Grenique, she don't even know you. She is crying because you made her feel some kind of way. Yes. You tapped into something inside of her that made her feel super emotional that she's crying, So I was just like, okay, so Chicago. And then I was in Minneapolis. I performed at Prince Old Club. My marketing manager was on the road with me. She told me that she had invited Prince. So I was like, oh shit, Prince coming? Let me throw my leather pants. Dark lipstick. I was super Apollonia that night, baby. I was shit, performing. I'm showing out. Oh my God, I was Prince bitch that night. You hear me? Girl, Prince wasn't even in the audience. He ain't even show up. I was like, oh my God. So I get off stage. I'm super disappointed. So I go back to the hotel. They're like, oh, we're going to turn up, because, my background singers, shout out to China, shout out to William, shout out to Blue, love y'all, mwah, So they're like, yo, let's do this. And I was like, I ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm not going nowhere. I'm going to sleep. We have to fly out in the morning, whatever. So I wake up, I fall asleep in my road manager, which my marketing manager's room. She wakes me up 3:00 in the morning. She's like, Grenique, Prince is on the phone, right? I'm like, they were playing the whole night. So I'm like, whatever with the shits. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. And I go back to sleep. She's like, wake the fuck up. Prince is on the phone. Right? So I'm like, what? She's like, Prince on the phone, bitch. I get up. So I'm like, hey, what the fuck? So I'm prepping my hair like we had FaceTime back there. I'm like fixing my hair. Like he can see me, right? So I'm like, get the cute voice. I had the sleepy voice at first, like, what, bitch? And I'm like, hello? Oh my God. He was like, his voice was so deep. I mean, and super sexy and soothing. He was like, Grenique. I was like, hey. I was like, how you doing? I was so, in DC, we say excised instead of excited. So I was super psyched. I'm like, oh my God. Like, he's like, so I was like, why didn't you come to my show? Like, you stood me up. And he was like, no, my session ran over. I sent my bodyguard though. He said, you did really good. How you feel about your show? I was like, oh, rock. I did swell. I was like, but enough with that. I was like, when we doing the song? And he was like, you ain't going nowhere, are you? I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not going nowhere. I'm touching my hair like, I'm not going anywhere. My background singing them looking at me like, this bitch right here. Okay. I'm not going anywhere. He's laughing because he knows what the fuck I'm doing, because he heard me saying like, what do y'all want? A whole different tone. Like what? But yeah, Prince called me. It was like it's like literally 4:00 in the morning. And I called my mom. Shout out to my mom again, because I could call her anytime and she would get up and just talk to me and share the excitement with me, But that's why Prince called me.
He said, I told him, hey, what we doing? Why you ain't show up to my comment? I was just speechless, like, wait for him to say some shit like, yes, sir. Okay.
I was like, why didn't you show up to my show? Like,
that's awesome. I got all Apollonia that night. He was sad.
She was still tapped in. She was still tapped in.
When I got the phone, I was tapped in for like 3 days for real. I was straight Apollonia, like what? Like they like, what's your name? Grenique. Like I was straight Apollonia, like.
That's hilarious, but that is a dope story because now you get the tell the story, and all of these up and comings won't ever get that chance.
Yes.
So that's shout out to Prince. That's what's up. That's a dope story. I thought we had FaceTime. I got all cute.
I know, like you can see me. Look on the landline,
It's how you feel, though. It's how you feel. You need to feel cute, though. To say them words. Like, why you wasn't at my show? Like, wait a minute.
I'm trying to be cute. Lipstick, look, if he really saw me, he'd be like, oh no, bitch, you're not Apollonia, bitch. No. Right now, like, nah.
That's hilarious. I got my cheeks hurting.
Wonderful. Look, me too. Look, all the jokes.
Yes, indeed.
So what do you have going now?
Let me tell y'all first.
I'm sorry,
I was a little before I came on because I was like, I haven't interviewed in a while. It's been like probably a year and a half, So I'm speaking to my man. I'm like, do you think I'm gonna do good? He was like, what? What are you talking about? He was like, yes. So now I snapped out and I was like, all right, Grenique. Apollonia in the building. Like, no.
I would just do Apollonia for these bitches.
But I mean, for real, y'all made this interview amazing. And I thank y'all. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for
thank you.
We try to keep it fun and entertaining because the regular interviews just make you be like, I'm gonna watch this shit.
Nice plan, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's see what right.
Let me get back to scrolling on my Facebook. Anyhow, nobody want to do that. That monotone, like, well, Grenique. In 1999, we heard that you did this album, and that album, how did that happen? How did that work out for you? You over here like, what?
I mean, I'm so I'll be like, wait a minute, hold on. Go my tequila, be like, what?
Say that again. Like, come out tequila. She be like, I'm gonna run this interview anyway. What I was saying was,
how long y'all been up? How long y'all been interviewing?
Tell me about you. What's your journey?
What's your side?
What's your side? What's your favorite drink, sir, ma'am? Do you drink at all? Because I feel like, do you drink before the show or do you wait till after?
It depends how comfortable I am. I just go. If I'm too nervous, I won't do it. Because then I'll be lunching. You see, we say lunching. Like lunch, like tripping, we be saying luncheon. Like I'll be lunching too much. So it depends on the energy and the vibe. Because sometimes
I probably that wasn't a real question. But I appreciate you answering it.
Wait a minute.
Listen,
y'all got my whole face in here hurting.
I normally drink before the show, but today I'm sober. So
right. I'm not sober. I'm like sober, not sober. Like
sober, not sober.
Yeah,
so is that really tequila in that cup? What kind? 1800? What's in the cup? Patron?
Look.
Okay.
Like y'all gonna be like judging me.
Ain't nothing wrong with Jose.
Ain't gonna judge me how much is gone. But it's
hey, look, don't even trip. Look, what was that question? We had Anthony Hamilton on last Sunday, and he had a red up. And somebody asked him would he have bourbon in there. He was like, no, it's downstairs, not yet.
You know it's bourbon in that job. Anthony crazy.
He was a cool guy. We had a fun interview with him too. Not too many not fun interviews, but I got a question. I'm sorry, refer back. We got off task. See, we all the way off task. I like off task shows because we all the way. What the fuck are we talking about? Shit, let's get back to that.
But I want to give a shout out. I want to give some shout outs Raheem Devon. Y'all ain't have Raheem on y'all show yet?
Oh,
Next month.
yeah, he's coming on. He's coming on 30th.
Oh, he is?
Oh, all right, my bad. In
Yeah,
a few days.
Tuesday, no, Wednesday.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, yep. Me and Raheem have like some joints together that's crazy. We got a whole project that's ridiculous. It's like super, super hot. It's lit. And y'all be hearing that.
When's that coming out?
He just told me 2021, the beginning of the year. But this Corona stuff just threw off everything. I mean, we're supposed to binge drop, but it's, Corona stuff just threw off everything.
It's happening when it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter what.
That part.
Yeah.
And everybody gonna listen to it. So that's 2020, 21. Everybody look out for that. What else you got going on?
Also, I am in negotiation with a deal with RMG / Orchard / Sony Music. Yeah, we're in the process of negotiation. Shout out to KK Rosemont. I jotted down some notes. We're dropping a single called Chivalry. That's super dope. I was gonna send it to y'all, but I just wanted to get a mix or whatever. So after everything is done, I'm sending it to the email. But it's dropping October 27th. Okay. Yeah.
Chivalry, chivalry is dead. That kind of chivalry.
No, that's the song pretty much saying chivalry isn't dead.
No, so it isn't dead. But I just wanted to make sure I had the word right. Like I was using it in the kind of like chivalry.
That's what the song is saying. Chivalry isn't dead. You show me what a king does for a queen. I'm so in love. That's the hook.
So it's the opposite of this song.
Yes, chivalry isn't dead. You show me what a king does for a queen. I'm so in love.
Okay.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
Men better listen to that.
I'm telling you. I mean, I feel like now it's been so much turmoil and heartbreak and people dying, and it's just a lot of hurt going on. So I try. I'm trying to just preach, or I don't want to say preach. I just want to speak about love as much as possible. Just keep love alive,
Exactly.
It's so much hurt going on. People dying like a mug with this coronavirus, and people commit suicide, and people, just the whole marriage thing seem like it don't exist anymore.
Love has definitely lost its way, and so has R&B, neo soul type of things. Like I'm not saying that they don't exist. It's just that this type of rap has taken a front seat into bitches and hoes and Percocets and Molly's. Like nobody wants to hear your shit. You know what I mean? And
it's surface. Nothing that's deep or this deep rooted. Everything just seemed like it's surface. I'm not that person.
Right.
I'm not.
Meanwhile, in the background, these dudes that are rapping this or women that are saying this are married, and what? Like they out here preaching the opposite of what they're actually doing.
What you're actually doing,
right? And they expect these kids to figure it out. Like, well, motherfucker, you should have known that I was married and I was lying. Wait, what?
People believe what you're saying, nigga. You said that. You said you wasn't. You said you wasn't.
Right.
You wanted to spend money on the ball and take all my friends to the fucking island.
Right. So shout out to all y'all that are
an outlet.
You know what I mean? Because it's hard if you don't really do your research, and you gotta talk to your kids, and it's all about education. Like your kids can listen to this, but they still need to know that love still exists and that that's real, and that these people are doing something for money, and they don't give a shit about you. They just want the money.
They want the money. Yes,
it's designed. It's designed. It's the frequency that they need to be putting out. So it's designed, and we need to bring back this love frequency. 528. Frequency. We need to bring that back.
Yes, indeed. And that's pretty much what we're about, with the whole Grenique, Raheem. Just Raheem, he's a love king. I'm the I am definitely a lover. I've tapped into myself years ago to really, be able to exude that energy, the love energy, the love vibration. So,
Somebody said rappers sing about experiences and many have not seen love, and that's true too.
Because they don't love themselves. They don't even, know who they are? How can you really talk about love and you don't even know who you are?
Right, and there's a lack of role models because there's a lot of single parents, and I'm not just saying women only. I know quite a few single fathers that, you know what I mean. So if they're not dating or put their kids in a position to see them with someone else, they don't do nothing else.
Right, and that's sad. You know, I'm blessed, and I thank the Most High to be able to say that I was raised with a great foundation. My mom and dad still together, and they love each other. They respect each other. Yeah, I don't remember nothing. I never heard my mom about cheating or none of that. I was raised in a good household. So
that's good.
Yeah. So
that is. So wait, is your mom Rose?
Yes, my mom is Rose.
That was her question. I mean, that's what she said. She said rappers sing about their experience and many have not seen love. That was your mom.
Go ahead.
Okay. You know, my mom's a poet.
Go with the comments.
Yeah, she's a poet. My mom came from Greg, and my mom said I would be unique, so she came up with Grenique. You know, yeah, that's her.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
She's awesome. Shout out to mom. Hey.
Love came second to the struggle. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Mom out here dropping these diamonds on us.
Y'all need to bring her on the show because she's full of it. She'll be like, "Oh,
I was just about to say that. To bring her in the queue.
I'm just a petal from her rose. You know what I'm saying? It's a group. It's a bunch of us. We just petals from her, but we all stem from her. You know what I'm saying? From Rose and Greg, but she's the rose.
Listen, I agree with all of that. We are all our product to somebody, so you got to kind of think about that.
Yes, indeed. Yep,
whatever it is.
But also, I have Red Fox. They're working on the Red Fox documentary, and I have a song on that. Also, it's through Rosemont Film, and I give a shout out to.
Oh,
it's dope. It's definitely dope. Hold on. Let's see. What is their name? Blah 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 blah. Hold on. Oh, what is it? Zap Judah and Dee Dee Williams. They're part of the film in Rosemont, so y'all need to look out for that. And my song is on it.
So since you're talking about the documentaries and everything, when I was watching that video, I was looking at I know we do videos. It's not the same as acting, but you did really good. Have you ever stepped into that realm or thought about?
Yeah, I'm just like. I've always in school I was in plays. I was always in plays and acting and musicals and all of that. But recently, last year was my first speaking role in a movie called Rooster. It's written by Kilo. He's a writer on Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and he also wrote on Disco, my song that's on Rush Hour soundtrack. So yeah, it's his movie and it's called Rooster. So I think I did pretty good. I felt like I did pretty good. Some people can hype themselves up, but then when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I did pretty good. Grenique, yeah, you did good.
That's good. I'm glad that you are, because you can tell like that you're natural at that just from the video.
Good.
I felt your pain. Literally, I was like, yeah. When you said you don't love him no more, I was like, yep, that is a true face of real like.
Okay, yeah, I don't love him. Yeah, I'm just really like. I'm just tapping into every aspect of myself, and I think that's what his life is all about. You don't only.
It is. That's what.
You're supposed to tap into who you are, and we're such so many different colors. It's just not one thing. Like you figure out that one thing. You don't supposed to just get caught up in that one thing. Like, okay, this is who I am. No, who else am I? Like what else do I have to give to this world?
You have to grow.
Yeah,
you have to grow.
Yes,
I get that. Well, I'm gonna say my thanks before we get out of here. Lohela, I'll let you go. Maybe you got another question. I'm sorry.
No, you already answered the stuff that you have coming up. Do you have anything else coming up? And you can give us all your social media handles.
Well, my Facebook is Grenique Harper. Also my artist page is Grenique. My Instagram is msgrenique, msgrenique. Hit me up. I have a boutique, an online boutique called Lady Left Field. I make by hand, all natural face butter. It's a night butter, and it works. It's super. It's ladyleftfield.com.
We're gonna drop it in the chat for you.
Okay.
Y'all, I mean,
yeah, we'll drop it in there.
Well, just send me your information. I'll give y'all a sample of it for free. So,
yeah. Oh, cool. Appreciate that.
Before we really let you go, when Outside opened back up and you hit the Phoenix, because that's where I'm at, you know, I would like a backstage pass so I can meet you in person, so that when you get to Phoenix, and then they'd be like, it's some girl saying her name is Tamarisha from Vinyl Conversations. You can be like, yo, yeah, let her back here. Like, I want to hug it out.
I got you. Hopefully we up like next year, the beginning of next year. Right now, it's just not looking too promising.
Listen, I'm not in no rush because I'm not gonna forget. And Latifah, if she was here in LA when you in LA and you doing that, you know, we both might be there, but you know.
Okay. Gotcha.
Either way, we trying to get that back.
Look, if anything, we in ATL.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I'll keep y'all posted with everything because I'm about to.
Where are you right now? I'm sorry, I didn't even ask you where you live.
I live in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look.
Y'all in California, and I'm in.
Look, my second home.
In hell.
Atlanta.
My second home.
I see why.
Yeah, second home. My second home.
Yeah, Atlanta's beautiful, and also living is amazing. You know, it's amazing. But I think I'm leaving.
It is. Look, wait, hold on. Wait. Did you go to 7-Nana today?
You know what? I did not. I should have. Yo, they have these bomb chocolate chip cookies there. You know, I'm trying to lose weight because I done a couple of what is it?
Y'all are amazing. I don't really like this conversation because it don't involve me. I'm kidding.
The PP.
Hey, look. We off track.
Okay.
Yeah, we were supposed to go this way, and we were like, wait, but not really. Anyway, I would say thank you. This was absolute fun. We hope that, you know, once we get on TV, you'll come back.
I will.
I'm putting it out there, you know. On TV. This was really fun. I really appreciate it. I had a great time. My face hurt from all the laughter that we put into this. We still got a lot of facts put in there, even though we got off task, but we did, you know, get the bulk of what we were supposed to.
Right.
I hope we learned something, and reach out to her, follow her on her all on her social media handles, and we're gonna drop that boutique in the chat so you guys can order the face butter, because you know we all like to not crack even less. So
Yep. Yes. And
the ear.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm buying them earrings. You sell them earrings?
Yes, I make them. I paint on them. I
love butterfly. I want that. Yep. I'm gonna drop that in there.
Yeah.
But she gonna send us that link too.
Yep, I got you.
So Grenique, again, we appreciate you coming on. And one of the things that we do ask, you know, you don't have to do it, but we ask if you could take us out with a little line from either the song we just covered or anything else that you want to do. Just bless us on out of here. Give us some ashe.
I seen Should I, since y'all wanted to talk about Should I. Tell me what you're gonna do when your man is just as broke as you, and he's fussing, complaining without trying, acting like you don't believe, and always telling you that you believe. Know when you step, his sorry ass will be crying. Should I go? Should I stay? Broken promises and love gets in the way. Something says stay, something says go. I don't even think I love him anymore. I do. Hey, I do. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming out.
Yes,
thank you, Grenique.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
We'll see you. Thank
you. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
All right, peace. Bye. Oh, that was an awesome show. Awesome show. Indeed, indeed, indeed. Woo! Look, your face hurt.
My face was hurting. Like I had to massage it because that was one of the realest ones we had in a while. You know, not to say everybody else was
So yeah,
real.
we
I'm
probably
talking about the unsolicited, the language that was real. That was
right. Look,
real.
we might have to get her on After Dark with moms. But anyway.
Man, I would love that, Mom. If you still watching, listen. We do after a dark show where we talk about music and things, and I think that we can talk about some things on there for an hour.
Yeah, we do that.
Shout out to everybody that watched. I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
Always, if you want to buy us lunch, Vinyl Conversations, Cash App. Yeah, I mean, if you want to buy my earrings for me, Cash App, whatever y'all want to do.
But of course, you guys peep the ticketer. All the stuff, the links are in there, and we're also gonna post all the rest of the links inside the comment section too. So again, we appreciate y'all coming out, but don't forget, on the 30th, we got Raheem Devon coming on.
In 3 days, y'all. I almost forgot my own damn job. It'd be your own damn employees. All right.
Look, don't forget. All right. Appreciate it. Peace.
Bye.